I have heard that this is not the first time the two of you have met. Yes, I visited and practiced at Naka Sensei's dojo, Taishi Juku, last summer. We met the day after that and learned from each other how to use our bodies, and then talked about many more things over a delicious drink. When I was a high school student, or maybe a college student, I had known about Osada sensei since then through magazines and so on. Naka sensei and I were both born in 1964. We are also born in May. We have a coincidental connection. Naka sensei has been seeking the origin of karate, a theme I would like to study too. As time goes by, there must have been progress, but on the other hand, I think the essence of karate has been lost in some parts. I feel that Naka sensei is at the forefront of seeking the essence of Budo. What was the reason or circumstances that led Osada sensei to visit Naka sensei's dojo for training? I'm also seeking the original use of the body and the essence of Budo, as I mentioned earlier, which is different from mere martial arts or combat sports. I have been practicing at the dojo of Okinawan Goju Ryu, Higaonna Morio sensei, for about 20 years, and I have also participated in seminars of Shindo Ryu and Miyahara Tamotsu sensei of Chinese martial arts. I have always wanted to grow myself and pass on to my students what is essential and important. In this context, I saw Naka sensei, and as I said before, I felt that he was at the forefront of seeking the essence of Budo, so I came to train with him to discuss various topics. Naka sensei, how did you feel when Osada sensei came to your dojo? I was really surprised. I knew how active he was in the tournament, and he was a person who had a dominant influence in the karate world, so it was a great honor to meet him. There was a former student of mine who is now a student of Naka sensei's dojo, and through his cooperation, I was able to meet Naka sensei. Have you ever watched any of Osada sensei's matches, Naka sensei? I have seen it on video. Oh no, I may have seen him live, because I went to the All Japan Championships and the World Championships of Daido Juku several times. I also went to the regional tournaments, and it was very powerful and intense to see them up close. Anyway, I went to various karate tournaments to study. This is really great. On the contrary, I'm now learning traditional karate from the standpoint of Kudo. In fact, I participated in the development of the protective gear called Super Safe that Daido Juku used to use in matches in the past. The manufacturer said that this protective gear would not break even with a shotgun, but I had a rumor that Osada sensei broke it with a punch. I have heard that rumor too, but is that true? Yes, well, there were a couple of times when it broke. Once I found that my opponent's super safe had been broken after a match, and another time I accidentally broke it during sparring. Sometimes I broke it because I wanted to break it. That's something that can be broken. At that time, I was not yet acquainted with Osada sensei, but the rumor that there is a man who can break that super safe by punch was spreading through the karate world with shock. Did your parents support you in doing karate? And was there any influence from your brothers or sisters? My mother recommended kendo to me. The reason was it helps my posture good, she said. She also encouraged me judo because we lived near the Kodokan at the time. As for karate, I was watching the TV anime Karate Baka Ichidai, and at the end of anime, there was a scene doing yakusoku kumite. So I misunderstood that karate was to do things according to a predetermined set of promises, and I thought, that's no way to become strong. So I told her I would not do it. My younger brother started karate first. When he came home from the dojo, he would do kata, and I watched him and thought he looked like he was having fun. Also, at the time, there was a world tournament of WKO and Japan lost there. So I jokingly said, what a pity, Japan is so weak. Then I'll do karate and become the world champion. It was just a joke, really, but I ended up doing karate. At the time, my younger brother was attending a dokai. So I also started karate there. That was when I was in junior high school. From there, I was addicted to karate. My younger brother quit karate once after that, but started kyokushin karate again in high school. And in college, he joined the Takushoku University Karate Club. He is now the Itabashi branch chief of JKA and continues to train karate. I have two younger sisters, and they are not involved in karate or budo at all. My father wanted me to do budo. When I was in elementary school, I did kendo before karate, but I didn't find it interesting and didn't continue. After that, I attended a Shotokan karate dojo for about 4 years until I became a junior high school student. What? I've never heard of that story before. That's a surprise. I was also surprised to hear that. It is the dojo of JKA All Japan champion Mori Toshihiro sensei. I told Mori sensei that I had met Osada sensei, and he asked me, is he doing well? I was also surprised at this coincidental connection. When I was in junior high school, I played volleyball and did not do karate. However, I happened to find a book by Oyama Master Sensei at a bookstore and devoured it. I was so excited to know such a karate style, and at the same time, I strongly felt that I wanted to live my life in this way. So I changed my junior high school volleyball club to a karate club. Instead of practicing volleyball, we all practiced karate together. Then, when I became a high school student, I joined the dojo of Azuma Takashi sensei, who was the Kyokushin Miyagi Prefecture branch chief at the time. I chose track and field as my club activity in high school, but it was to build up my physical strength for karate. I ran and did weight training. After that, I would run 20 or 30 minutes from school to the dojo. My nickname in high school was Kyokushin. I'm exactly the same as Osada sensei. I started karate and was hooked. I read almost all of Oyama Master sensei's books. I was a young man whose whole life was to become strong in karate. I don't really know what made me such a fanatic. But anyway, in high school, I was just really into karate. Even my parents were surprised. They could not understand me very well, though. I had the comprehension of my parents. I think it was the atmosphere of the time that led me and Osada sensei to get involved in karate, hoping to become stronger anyway. It was a time when laugh and tumble were still tolerated, and there was a different atmosphere in the dojo, especially in karate, than kendo or judo. Nowadays, more and more children come to learn karate with their parents. But back then, many young hot-blooded people joined a karate dojo of their own volition because they wanted to become stronger, or, to put it more bluntly, stronger at street fighting, right? Yes, exactly. When I was in junior high and high school, it was a Kyokushinkai boom and a martial arts boom. I was more into Antonio Inoki, Fujiwara Toshio, and Benny Yukide than idol singers and beautiful actresses. Influenced by manga and movies depicting the Kyokushinkai, I was saying, non-contact karate is no good. We can't get strong like that. In the manga, there were many expressions like that for promoting Kyokushin. But I hear that even in JKA kumite practicing at that time, punches and kicks were often hit. I first heard about JKA when I was a senior in high school. I didn't know about it before then. I was desperate to become stronger while doing Wadokai karate. At that time, even in the world of so-called traditional karate, I think it was quite common everywhere to actually hit punches and kicks during kumite practice. It was not like today, where competition rules were established and training was conducted according to those rules. Even in tournaments, there were goju practitioners who fight with neko ashidachi, or someone who fought to imitate Bruce Lee. In Kyokushin tournaments, there were competitors from other styles, and in Daido Juku tournaments, about half of the competitioners were from other styles. It's a time like that. I don't think it would be accepted in today's customs, but it was a time when people were educated with slapping at school by their teachers and at home by their parents. If a teacher did the same thing now, he would be sued by the parents. The way of teaching in the dojo also changed with the times.